Hey everyone, so I'm going to do some foundation planting here along the front of the house. We have been working with the city and an architect actually a structural engineer, to do some retro repairs to this side of the house. The previous owner had this water spout basically going right down to the corner of the house, and we do live on a hill. The house is on the very top of the hill. So this side of the house has had some settling. So right here, all this is going to be retrofitted on the bottom to keep it from any other movage. So it's taking a while. So in the meantime, this part of the house has really bothered me. So I want to finish this little strip right here. I think I'm going to leave that part alone. We do just have like some pots over there, but the soil itself, I'm not touching. But why can't I do this part? This part's fine. So that's what we're doing today. Just some quick plantings, 6 plants, and I'll show you what I got. So this is the front of the house. This little part right here, you can kind of see that I'm diverting the water away with this piece of plastic. So every time that it rains, we try to divert the water away from the soil and down the driveway. So they're gonna put in a bunch of drainage over there. I might just have a little pot. We have a lot of stuff over there. We have sprinkler valves. We have our sewage line right there. So I don't really want to plant anything if it's going to be in their way. But we do have a weird crawl space at the front of the house for some reason. So I'm going to hopefully plant a little bit closer to this wall here and have it kind of cascade over a little bit. If we ever need to access it, I can always trim it if a person needs to come out. But yeah, this is kind of the small little section that has been bothering me. This is an iceberg rose that was here when we moved in. I'm gonna keep it. We had some like red ones and stuff that didn't match. So I took all those out and I put wisteria here, and I'm tree forming it. So I'd like for it to kind of fill this spot right here. So you can see that I'm kind of like, I got lines here and bamboo posts to kind of get it to train. And then once the stem gets really thick, I can take all the supports off, and it'll actually be like a little tree right there. So we have some begonias in here, and then I believe these are euonymus. They're like a variegated euonymus, but they just get too small. They get like 2 feet by 2 feet, and I want something more substantial to kind of weigh the house right here. I want something like this tall, basically where this facade kind of meets at that little junction right there. I want all of that to be about that high, and then I'll kind of limb up the iceberg rose. So what I decided to get, I've actually been waiting for these to come into stock. They're just 1 gallon cans, but these are a variegated pittosporum, and they get like 6 feet by 6 feet, but I'll shear them once they get that big. But the reason I've been waiting for these, they only came in the nurseries in like these huge, big 15 gallons. And I was like, I don't need all that. Plus planting that is kind of annoying. But you can see the contrast against the house. So I wanted something variegated and I wanted something substantial. So I'm gonna find a new home for these ones. I like the color of this better. So that's what we're choosing. And I did have 2 already planted on the side of the house that we are doing the foundation. So I took them out. The root ball didn't really come out all that well, so fingers crossed that these 2 make it. This one has a little bit of a bigger root ball, but I'm gonna put some good stuff in there. I have some azalea tone. It's basically just plant tone, but it's a little bit more acidic. It's got some stuff in it that acidifies the soil a little bit. So our soil is pretty alkaline out here, so that'll help those for sure. It's fall, so I'm hoping these will take really well. Yeah, so I'm just gonna pop them in. One other little thing that we deal with this side of the house is this side, up there, is where the sun sets. So after noon in the summer, the sun against this facade is hot. So I'm hoping that these pittosporums will do well says sun, 2 part shade. I've seen them planted pretty much everywhere and they seem to do really well. So planting them in the fall, have their root system kind of, you know, stool out, and then give them the best chance for next year. So here we go. The root ball on these ones are actually pretty good, so I think these will do a good job transplanting. I left the tag on this one. So I have my cages again, like I always do. I'm not sure if there's much squirrel pressure here, but they're everywhere, and so I don't want to risk it at all. You can see how dry the soil is. But that's another thing, foundation planting, you don't want anything that requires a lot of water just because it's going to make your foundation wet. These are going to do really well with being on the drier side, which is good for the foundation. So keep that in mind when you guys are choosing plants for around your foundation. Say a little prayer for these ones. The ball is looking sad. I would totally add like a planting mix to this, but I'm totally out. Looks like I'm gonna have to go find some more soil. This is what I've been using lately. All the squirrels are kicking up all this dirt from the hillside. So why not use it? I'm keeping all the begonias, as you guys can tell. They're not doing anything, so, or they're not hurting anything, so I'm gonna keep them. I'm just doing that so I bring them up to kind of soil level, because the top of the cage is pretty much soil level. Oops, that was a little aggressive. All right, that's pretty good. They look really good. It's all done. See how much better these contrast with the color of the house? I think these will be really nice. And then this one I'm gonna let kind of go over here to kind of disguise this creepy crawl space that we put at the front of the house. It's so weird. I don't know. And then one of the things that bugs us is this door actually leads into the kitchen as the front door. So everybody thinks that this is our front door. So we always get packages and stuff left there. But whatever. Maybe in the future, if we hit it big, we'll move everything. But until then, I like it. All right, so we're all done. We're just probably gonna hand water these for a little bit until I can get a drip going from, we do have some drip that goes inside of our little kitchen area that I'll probably bring over and up and over there. But yeah, like I said, I'm not messing with this until the people who do our foundation finish, and then we will get the thumbs up to do that. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.